This notification came to my phone. Let me just tell you something right now. That damn Harvey Weinstein is one hell of a crisis actor. I will give him that. I will give him that. The last video I did, they said he had type 2 diabetes and that he had spinal issues and all types of stuff. Like, listen, fuck all of that. But the reason why I'm doing another Harvey Weinstein video is because he just recently had his bail increased to $5 million. Now, unless his assets have been frozen, which means he has access to absolutely not one dime of his money, I don't know how much that's going to affect him, because as we know, Harvey Weinstein is an extremely wealthy man. So I don't know what that's really going to do, but it must mean something if they only raise it to $5 million. Now, let me go ahead and read this article that's coming from Variety. It says a judge on Wednesday increased Harvey Weinstein's bail to $5 million following a repeated violation of his ankle monitor system. Oh, so that was why they did it. I didn't ask that, but that's why they did it. I did remember mentioning that in the last video I did about him. They said that he kept messing with it or kept meddling with it, and it kept they couldn't track him or they couldn't keep up with him, so that's why they increased his bail. Justice James Burke agreed to the prosecution's request to hike his bail, which had been set at $1 million. The defense claims that the lapses in monitoring were due to technical glitches. Sure. Prosecutor Joan Aluzzi alleged that Weinstein was panicking and had deliberately caused the ankle monitor to malfunction in order to evade detection. She said there had been 57 violations in less than 2 months, so he panicked that damn much. 57 in 2 months. That's literally one quote unquote glitch a day. Weinstein will have the option to post $5 million in cash or $2 million bond. His defense attorneys indicated after the hearing that he will choose the latter. I bet he would. Weinstein shuffled into the courthouse on Wednesday with the aid of a walker. His attorney, Arthur Adala, said he will have back surgery on Thursday following a car crash in August in which he sustained injuries, including a concussion. Hold on. Did anybody out there know that Harvey Weinstein was in a car crash and suffered a concussion? I feel like if that had happened like they claim it did, then why are we just finding out about this now? That's not something that the news would have just brushed over. Especially with someone so high profile. I mean, if they'll talk about some low level YouTube personality, then why didn't they talk about this? Because we was wondering where did this spinal injury or whatever came from. Because we didn't even know about that. And I'm still holding out about that type 2 diabetes. So this man was in a whole car wreck, got this alleged injury and a concussion allegedly, and we're just now learning about it. Was it? Oh, let's see, August, September, damn near almost 3 months after the fact. And he's having surgery on Thursday. Okay. His attorneys promised that Weinstein would not need to delay his trial, which begins on January 6th. They say that now. There is nobody in the world who wants January 6th to come more than him, Idala said. He wants to have his name cleared for the world to know. I wouldn't be surprised if they orchestrated that so-called car crash. Not enough to take him out, but enough for him to have some issue. So he could try to prolong this thing. Hey, you got enough money, and money talks. You know what the rest means. It says Burke warned Weinstein that his ailments would not sway the court. This judge ain't for his bullshit. Should you have more medical conditions, the court will not be terribly understanding, Burke said. At an earlier bail hearing on Friday, the Aluzzi had expressed concern that Weinstein could pose a flight risk, saying he has unlimited resources. Weinstein defense argued that their client has appeared in a timely fashion to court and should have his ankle bracelet removed. The defense also disputed that the prosecution's claim about Weinstein's wealth. At the Friday hearing, the disgraced producer did not use a walker, but he did use a cane and had to be helped to his vehicle by two assistants, in which that comes from the picture y'all saw before. Weinstein's frail appearance led to speculation that he was playing up his ailments in a bid for sympathy. I said the same thing. Well, okay, I didn't exactly say that, but I agree with what this statement reads. Donna Rotuno, another Weinstein defense attorney, issued a statement on Tuesday saying that such speculation was mean-spirited and false. Weinstein faces 5 charges of rape and sexual assault, stemming from 2 separate incidents. Prosecutors allege that he performed a forcible sexual act on a woman in 2006 and raped another woman in Manhattan in a hotel room in 2013. Weinstein has pleaded not guilty and maintains that any sexual activity was consensual. If convicted, he faces life in prison. Yeah, but that whole ankle monitor thing, 57 violations with that thing. So like I said, that's literally almost 1 per day, 30 days per month. On average, that's 60 days. So that's just minus 3 days. So that means that the ankle monitor must have gone off at least 2 times 3 days out of that month. This man is not slick by any measure. Now, this is what you call a circus right here. But we'll see what happens when January 6th rolls around. But I'm not holding out any hope, but it's just interesting to see all this stuff unfold. But I seriously did not know this man was in a car wreck back in August. Can someone down in the comments let me know if he was? Because like I said, if he was in a car wreck, one of my subscribers would have definitely emailed me back in August when this happened and told me. But you know why they didn't? Because it wasn't publicized. How does mainstream media catch on to everything else but that? I did not know this man was in a car crash. Honest to God, if I did, y'all would have been got that video when it happened back in August. So that's why he has this so-called back injury. Because we was like, where did this injury come from? What is that? And it's amazing he had he was in this car wreck and had this back injury back in August. But he was at some kind of event or some kind of party where this chick got on stage and called him out when he was there, and he was sitting up like he was okay. So somebody's clearly lying. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.